Frederick Douglass once said that whites do not know us. They do not see us. They're strangers to our characters, ignorant of our capacity, oblivious of our history and our progress, and are misinformed of our principles. He goes on to say that the great mass of American citizens estimated us as being characterless and purposeless people. What? A purposeless people? Why couldn't we have been seen as productive, precious, priceless, or prolific people, but purposeless? Really? You see, purposeless mean having no aim or plan, having been made with no discernible point, made with no justifiable intention. But didn't God make all of us in His image, molded us in His hand, and breathed life into us and said that it was good, not purposeless? But history tells us that this was once the fate of our people. These perceptions were once true and still are in many cases for people like me and some of you. For there are many in this world that still have these conceived images of us in the back of their mind, because the truth is, white supremacy has been woven into the fabric of this country's generational lines. They believe that we're worthless, that our lives don't really matter. All this because the melanin in our skin is different. That's why so many of our young people's lives are taken way before their time, or many of them are wrongfully incarcerated and incriminated. Now that's a fact. All this because we're struggling in a system that's designed to push us further back. That's why when every black and brown mother looks into their newborn child's eyes, she begins to cry, knowing that one day she'll have to watch as their innocence leave their tiny little eyes. For what will the fate of their child be in this world? Will they grow up to have their dreams fulfilled, or will their lives end too soon, Lord? Or will they be like the young boy when asked what he wants to do when he grows up, and he replies, "I just want to live. I just want to live." Or will they ever be allowed to aspire to be great? Or should they have the opportunity to grow old and live out their life's dream rather than having their spirit broken, damaged, and defeated as their final fate? But deep inside, each mother knows what their primary goal will be, just to make it safely home each day, just like you and me. That's why so many of us find it hard to pledge allegiance to a flag when it stands for implicit biases and systemic racism that have been rooted inside the psyche of this country. I can't help thinking if Obama would have ever been president, had he been wearing a hoodie, walking home with some Skittles, would he ever have made it to the White House? Would his dreams ever have been realized? What if he had been hunted down like prey or shot by cops or citizens one day, as if he were a purposeless people, a purposeless president? Now listen up, America, because one day you'll be held accountable for the lives taken too soon and people killed with a knee on their neck as you stand idly by and watch and do nothing, for their blood will be on your hands. So we take a knee not out of disrespect for this country, but in disgrace for what it's become, and in honor of our love for all mankind, to be someday treated as one nation created under God. Then we can let freedom ring, so equality and liberty and justice can come, for not just some, but for us all. Then we will sing. But unfortunately, we still have a long way to go when a young black man can still be accused of crimes he never committed. That's right, an NYU college grad who can suddenly have his life nearly taken away and ruined by a racist, hostile Karen who decided to falsely accuse him of sexual assault one day. You see, there are far too many of us being affected by stories like these. for even I am not excluded from that. For that young man was my son, who was innocently locked behind bars like a caged animal. Yes, my only son was arrested for a crime he never committed. But the truth is, this is the fate of too many of our people of color in this country. So where do we go from here? Well, treating all people with dignity and equality is the first step we must take. Just saying the names of those gone too soon, like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Elijah McClain, should make us never hate, because hate and racism against any group of people is hate against us all. So let us all stand united for what's good. Let us stand for what's right, so every man, woman, boy, and girl can sleep in peace at night. Let's put a stop to this behavior. Let's make sure that it ends, for no one in this world should ever be perceived as purposeless ever again.